different day when you fucking give me to click it.
And was missing.
I don't want to click the laggy one every time.
Back to the house.
For years.
Paul has now a gaggle of children.
So he's trying to look after everyone.
Me playing Hearthstone, me playing League, me just sitting there, all in that one clip.
Seems to be his
pretty
closest to as a fun.
I guess you need a WoW one, but don't make it this one.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't see it. Are you looking at Paul?
There's 30,000 people watching right now.
Here's some new songs from Plug DJ.
That makes sense.
I mean,
like, when you look at the details,
suspect.
yeah.
Could just suddenly
Yes.
where the boy went.
Just make sure
Upgrade.
you're safe and show you what to do as a friend.
She and Paul began to call out for Bobby in a panic.
Oh,
At one point,
I have that word there.
as he fainted into the dirt, 3 men from the party began to search north on the wagon trail behind the camp.
I'm gonna use my rooster for a while. Wait, let's do a
Their
fucking
search
macro.
began to Percy
Hold
on
on.
his way back from work. He raced to camp when he heard of Bobby's disappearance. By that night, with no trace of Bobby,
Cast random. Can I still do
began to
this?
look for Bobby's body.
Magic
He
Rooster.
used dynamite to blast throughout the
Bonnie
lake.
and
Okay.
Warfare.
Tape cable with massive hooks stretched across the lake to drive the depths.
Auto decline.
It's gonna blow all the water out of the lake, or
White Rhino.
Yeah, I guess it would blow the water out, and then for a brief, fleeting moment, you could see the bottom of the lake there. And I guess if Bobby was
we
next
haven't
to the
checked.
dynamite, then
I guess I don't know if you're at the bottom of the lake.
Ready up?
Generations
Let's play a game.
after the night was over, divers also went into the lake to search any coves the hooks were
Okay,
able to
Thomas.
reach or places where a body could get
Lego
trapped
wall?
in the weeds.
Just click favorite
Any
mount.
corpse that turned up from these
Oh, they made it an
efforts
in-game
was that of
feature?
a deer.
Oh, it's right here, dude.
Bobby's body had not been recovered in the lake.
Okay.
Searchers believed he could have been killed.
Do they have to make everything easier? Like, shit, dude. Make me feel cool for being able to have a mount macro, man. Like,
His remains inside to no avail.
no, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool that they did that. Okay.
500 men had come to search for Bobby. Searchers even did a test using a straw hat with a broken strap like the one Bobby had on to test how long it could float. Finding that it could float uninhibited
I'm too
for
retarded
hours,
to macro. Hey, hey,
leading
hey.
searchers to believe
Actually,
there should have at least been some evidence
what did I
of
do
Bobby's
wrong?
hat.
So it should
Was it
be,
different
the
syntax
hat
back
should
then?
be a dead
I thought it
giveaway
was
as
just
to his
commas.
location.
if he drowned in that lake, you would see that hat somewhere.
Is syntax the right word?
Especially
I don't program.
since, like, it wasn't like,
I
oh,
don't-
several hours
I
later
would never
we
use the word
noticed he was
syntax for
missing.
anything.
We noticed he was missing.
So maybe writing an essay.
pretty
Forgot-
pretty soon.
The stress of Bobby's disappearance caused his mother,
Syntax
Leslie,
the right word?
to
Okay.
become grievously ill, and most of the family
does
had
syntax
to return
mean
to their home
when you're
in
writing an
Opelousas,
essay?
Louisiana.
So I
Paul
remember that
Mizzi,
being a
who had been
word
the last
in high
adult to see
school.
Bobby alive,
I
along
don't
with
remember
2
what it
other
means.
men who had been guests at that fateful fish fry that day, would stay and continue to search for weeks more. Searchers found a solitary
use of
set of
grammar.
bare
Okay.
footprints leading toward
Oh,
a
so for
railroad
example, if I
trestle
made a
bridge
sentence,
heading out of the swamp,
back
with
in the
still
day,
no
comma,
body or
I
even
used to
a
eat a lot of
trace of
chicken.
evidence to prove he
Compared
had
to
been
I used
killed
to eat a
by
lot of chicken back in the
animal.
day.
Those
and
who
that's
continued
two
the
different
desperate
syntax
search began to
types of
question if
syntax.
Bobby could have been
Syntaxes?
kidnapped. It was
Syntax?
speculated that someone in a small boat could have taken him through the north end of the lake into the bayou,
Would that
or
be
someone
right?
on foot could have taken
yeah?
him on the
Okay.
trail or down the train
Touche,
tracks.
sing.
Searchers had run into stragglers walking
Syntax.
along the tracks and began to
Hezbollah,
question if one of them could have
Patty
taken
Dowd,
Bobby.
Minot,
By
Jai,
August 26th,
Jai,
the
May,
authorities had
Baba,
also
Jai.
contacted
Yeah,
the police in New Orleans, about 130
Hey, someone
miles
take that
away,
Twitch name right now.
to search
Sentai.
for Bobby
Before
there,
it's too late.
giving those invested
Or
in the
Sentai.
theory of his
The
kidnapping
plural of
further
syntax
hope
that we
and
just
official
made up.
validation.
I'm-
Percy
What
is
Dunbar
the
would
plural of
also go to
syntax?
New Orleans himself to
Maybe it's
distribute
just syntax.
700 copies of Bobby's picture and talk with
The arrangement of words and phrases.
Do you know-
the
do you know
detective
Twitch?
agency made postcards with a picture and description of Bobby and mailed them to town and county officials from East Texas to
Sentai is from
Florida.
Power
The
Rangers.
description of Bobby that was widely distributed
taken.
read, quote,
I have a
age
YouTube
4
channel.
years,
Sentai.
Search my name.
full size for age, stout,
But
but
right
Who's
now,
this god?
large round blue eyes,
Live on
light
Twitch.
hair, and very bare
Nobody.
skin with rosy.
Hurry up, motherfuckers.
Left foot had been burned when a baby
could be you.
and shows a scar on the big
What is
toe,
your
which is somewhat smaller than big toe
Let
on
me
the
check.
right foot. Wore blue
The Y with the Y, so it's like
It's
without shoes.
Cypher Peak.
Hurry.
It's my the same as my.
My name is kind of like that, Wreckful. Just to play on Reckless.
Same as your name.
Yeah.
It's actually cool.
What is that?
Back in the day, Vegas.
Oh, you made it sound like
Dylan Savage. Waffle Taco.
you hang around the train track?
There was an abandoned train track.
Jai Holmes, I'm in a bid. Thank you so much, man.
Usually when you're spying around the ground, you always be on point. If you guys are new at World of Warcraft, we've been using recycled mechanics on
Dunbar's
bosses
full
since about
contact
2004 or
held out
5.
hope that Bobby was
What we
still
like to
alive,
do is
and
put
together
firearms
contributed to a
around.
$1,000
We gotta
reward.
test it to make sure
It was,
people
quote,
can
to be
run
paid
out
to
of
any
fire.
person or persons who will deliver to
there
his
it is.
parents alive
Where
little
did you
Robert
get out of
Clarence
it?
Dunbar. No questions asked. End quote. In 1912, this was a relatively enormous amount, roughly equivalent to about $22,000 today.
I think you're.
However, after over 8 months, with no sign of Bobby, the unused reward money was returned to the townspeople who had donated. But only a week after, a major lead in
DPS man, fucking on. I want to see that shit. Everyone else is high level and I'm low level.
a wire from the
Hey, shoulders.
hub came to alert the Dunbars
Took me up.
that an
Thank
old
you.
tinker/peddler named William Cantwell Walters was spotted.
I've even selected my outright powers or whatever.
Mississippi
Yeah.
with
Oh,
a boy
shit.
resembling Bobby. Though his foot had been too covered in grime
finished
for
instance?
anyone to get a good look.
Dude!
Walters had given
He says I was
authorities
number 2 on DPS in that boss.
answers about who the child
What?
belonged to, saying it was his own, his
It's level
sister's,
120?
etc. Eventually,
What are you doing,
the ladies had
dude?
witnessed Walters
I-
whipping the
50
child,
just to see the health
finally
level-
giving
item level
a
difference. Look at
citizens
the health.
committee enough to
You
temporarily
AFK?
detain Walters and examine the boy, which they then firmly believed was Bobby, but asked the Dunbars to send
Excuse
further
me?
photo evidence.
Thanks for the love,
The
guys.
Dunbars remained skeptical until they in turn
Excuse me?
received photos of the
Excuse
boy.
me?
And at this point, the Dunbars traveled to Mississippi
DPS
to see him in
scales.
person.
Oh, really?
Still not sure.
So I do more damage because I'm low level?
The boy they had
I
found
still have to
had a
pick this
scar
ability, right?
on his left foot, as well as a mole on his neck where Bobby had it.
Why would you get gear?
He refused to answer to the name
In
Bobby.
an instance on a boss,
He tried to
DPS
hold
scales.
him.
I can just go to the hardest raid.
Leslie
Fuck it
asked
up?
to see the boy again the
No
next
way.
day.
I don't
Their
believe it.
time together was able to give him a bath.
Maybe in the world outside.
She felt
On a,
without
in an
any
instance
doubt
on a boss?
that they had found Bobby.
I don't think so.
In a wave
If
of
it's scaled, we
emotion,
wouldn't need
she
gear.
recalled a
That'd be
shouting
fun.
quote, "Thank God."
They
he is
think we're really cool.
Increase the item level at the center.
Meanwhile, William C. Walters, the man whom the boy was taken from, was insistent that the boy was not Bobby Dunbar,
Oh,
but in
all I
fact
can do is click it.
Bruce Anderson.
That's a fake name. That's not a real name. Bruce Anderson.
Bruce Anderson does seem like a name you would make up if you were like.
Let me know if you need anything.
Only below 1.
I don't have any info on his cadence. Like, if you're like, what's his name?
This guy says if I beat Soda Pop at 1v1 at max level, you'll sub and donate. I think he'll actually win at the beginning. Unless rogues are good against druids. I mean, I haven't played in a long time, but I'll beat him after. I don't know if you guys remember. I don't know if you guys remember. I made a feral druid, and the day I got max level, my name was Blue Stakes Clan, and I was in greens, and he took off an item or two to match my item level. We had matching item level. Actually, he still had higher item level. And I beat him 3 times in a row.
Walters claimed the boy was the
And we were the
illegitimate
same
son
class.
of his brother and a woman named
That was a good moment for me, and a really bad moment for him. He said he was thought about that forever.
in Barnesville, North
My name was
Carolina.
Blue Stakes
Julia Anderson was
Clan.
a single mom who did in fact
Just think about
live
losing
with
to somebody
a
named that.
and a caretaker
This sounds
for one
fun.
of Walters' parents.
And while I was winning, he knew I was
Julia
streaming,
had
and then
given
everyone
him the
knew that
boy
I'm playing a
willingly,
druid for the first
which
time.
Julia did confirm. Though she disputed some of the
How
details
changed
of
things
his
to
story,
find that
telling a paper, quote,
I was watching-
Walters
that's
left
insane that you guys
Barnesville,
were
North
watching.
Carolina
It's 'cause
with my
it's
son, Charles Bruce, in
5
February of
years
1912. Saying that he only wanted to take the child with him for a few
5 years
days on a visit to the home
Sounds
of
right.
his sister.
I can't
I have
accept
not
that.
seen the
I
child
didn't
from
feed
that
you.
day to
I
this.
gave
I
up.
did not give him the child. I merely consented for him to take
when
my
this
son
game
for a
is
few
over.
days. End quote. Some were skeptical at his motives to claim he
Sounds
was
good.
given consent to take the child, as kidnapping
do we
was
go?
a capital offense
Where
in
do we go?
Louisiana.
Am I supposed to queue again?
He
How do I
could
do
be
this?
just trying to
Someone
avoid
else
the
do this.
kidnapping. He wrote to the Dunbars explaining
You guys think I know how to do
and
this?
begged them to send
Which
for her,
weighs
saying,
heavier?
quote, I know by now you have decided. You are wrong.
Favorite,
Very likely.
actually, I didn't Allison change
my life.
I really wanted it, but I
If
guess
I do, the great God will hold you accountable.
He's got a boy. Boy's
This
not
song's
his.
wood and down in the hole.
Boy does allegedly belong to his brother and his brother's
This guy
sister.
says unless they change girls, no class can 1v1 them. So if you can't beat
I
them,
shouldn't have this boy.
you make Blue Stakes
Belongs to
Clan
my
and then you
brother
fuck them up in a mirror,
It's
dude.
a Windows
But
10.
it's mine. It's still our boy.
Sentai.
And I gotta give this boy back.
Man.
They're saying, no, that boy's our
So
boy.
you don't have a desk?
That's our little straw hat boy. That's heavy.
Yeah.
That's our little boy.
Yeah.
So if
I'll use that
they
name.
try to take that boy from him, boys
Why don't you have a desk?
up a creek.
Yeah.
Right?
If that boy is in fact Bobby Dunbar, he's going to be charged
It's bad for your back.
Yeah.
and he will die. Because if it's the other boy, which is his brother's son, he can claim that he was given consent to have that boy. He has no grounds for that if it's Bobby Dunbar.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh no, yeah, that's the other rub in it.
That's what the main thing is. So he's saying to the Dunbars, if you say that's Bobby Dunbar, you know it's not him. I'm going to get
Actually,
killed.
probably all haven't all seen it, but I watched it.
And he'll also be in trouble because then where's that other
I
boy?
wonder how he got my clip.
I mean, that's the least of his work.
He just has somebody who finds him clips, funny
He's got a lot of
clips.
work. He's only got one play here, and it's not
Is
Bobby
he watching those clips for the first time when he watches them also?
Positive.
Yeah, that's usually
Even though the little
usually
boy is
what
You guys want to watch
professional
it?
gamers use.
granted, the boy.
I think he kind of tried to skip through mine because of who I was talking about, and then maybe it would look bad for him.
Bobby Dunbar. Not answering to
The boy is not saying anything.
Excuse me, but my name is Ash.
Have you asked
A
him?
newspaper
Yeah, he must be watching them for the first time because make the video.
Anderson to Mississippi so she could
This
identify
try not to
the
laugh
boy.
challenge.
And she arrived in Opelousas on May 1st, 1913.
I'm done.
However,
Oh,
stepping
sounds
into the
super red.
Dunbar's hometown, Julia Anderson was essentially already on enemy territory, as the town had already decided that the boy was Bobby Dunbar, who had
Somewhere around here.
miraculously come back to life.
We saw it earlier
His
today.
return was made into a huge spectacle, and he rode through town and into the square on a fire engine covered in flowers. When Julia Anderson met the boy, he did not react well to her, much like he had originally acted with Leslie Dunbar. Though, he may still have been reeling from the many sudden changes in his life,
that's true.
including the fact that
can't live
in
down
his
with a
beautiful
laptop.
new home, he had just been given a
I
pony
saw this
and a
one.
bicycle.
Well, maybe with a laptop.
What are you talking about? You got a pony and a bike?
Maybe.
Okay, so this is a very tricky case because on one hand he did not react well to Leslie Dunbar when he first met her. Sure. A little bit of time later, now he is accepted he is Bobby Dunbar, but then we find out
We're
it's
nice
because
children, all of
not
you.
because, but maybe because.
Disappearing one by one like that.
Yeah.
It just
Seems kind of redundant.
Literally.
Bicycle if you have a
Where's
That's literally
pony. When
me.
you ride the pony. Now, what did you even do with the pony?
On a bike you can do like sick jumps and stuff. Pony not to do
Actually,
that.
I'm her cousin's
Pony get mad if you
cousin.
tries to do sick jumps. So were they essentially briding him? Because I can see him being like, I don't know this lady, I've never met this lady. This lady's gonna give me a pony? This is my mom.
It may be too strong to say that you bribed him. Because I could see that. But you could also say, boy, I thought my kid was dead for 8 months.
Just don't
He's
get in
now
the
back.
way.
I'm going to shower him with affection, give him all the things.
You had to turn it off because he was like you don't want to get in trouble, dude. He had to hurry through it, man.
And now he's back like,
You know,
fuck
it's
it,
like it was
I'm
the first
gonna
time
have a
seeing
pony
it,
and a
right? And he was like,
bicycle.
oh shit, I don't want to get in trouble with like a big ass YouTuber.
Additionally,
Right?
Anderson had been missing her son for even longer than the Dunbars.
I like that.
It
I
had
like
been
watching
15 months since she had allowed Walters to take Bruce, and he had never returned.
Nice.
He doesn't
Similar
care?
to Leslie
Oh,
Dunbar,
really?
at first, Anderson
Okay.
also had trouble
He just thought I
identifying
was
the
being
boy
an
as her
Missing
son,
children
but soon
disappeared.
after
He did
stated
like
that, quote,
kind of try
her
to skip
mother's
through it really
heart
quick. He didn't
and
listen to me.
knew that the boy was her son.
He charges Ninja all the time. Oh,
Unlike
okay.
with Leslie
School is
Dunbar,
really good for you.
Anderson's
Maybe that's why he put it in the video. But he doesn't want to be really mean and like laugh really like, I
The
don't
press
know.
largely demonized her for having
So
3
smiling.
children by 2 different
I kinda enjoy
men,
it.
and it was implied she was a prostitute. Others called her illiterate and naive. They also called attention to the fact that she had
On
lost
YouTube?
all of her
Yeah.
children within just a year. She had to give her daughter up for adoption. She had a baby who
seen
died a
those
I was
sudden
shirt
death
tossing
that
and I
she
was
was
like,
born
oh, it used to
with.
feel cooler.
Then
Yeah, I do.
Bruce was taken from her.
When was the last
An
time you
article
saw
written in the New Orleans Item
click
wrote
the
of
YouTube
Anderson
channel.
quote, she had not seen her son since February of 1912. She had forgotten me. Animals don't forget, but this big, coarse country woman, several times a mother, she forgot. End quote.
Oh wow.
This writer is really quite brutal.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Not really. It's not really some unbiased journalism there.
Here's the thing.
Alright.
Also,
This
your,
big,
favorite
coarse country woman.
That wasn't the best song I've ever heard.
Why do you gotta say big?
here, the thing you got to keep in mind about this
I like
quote,
this song.
which is what I was
This
thinking.
song was originally in Record 3, and then it got
Even if
posted
it's
on
not
MMO
her son,
Champion.
She
And
still
I was watching
is
the video
missing
on
a
MMO
son.
Champion and thinking
She's
about it
still
from a TV
missing
years
the son.
perspective.
She's still missing all of her
And I was like,
children,
oh,
and you're
God.
gonna have to rub it in that
This
it's not her
first
son.
game in this video is too long.
Let's
You would
remark
get
about
bored
how
because you don't
sad
understand
this
what's
big,
happening.
coarse country woman is.
It's not your son.
It
you
had 100K
fucking
views
loser.
already on
Like,
YouTube in the first
like it's
fucking
Jesus
hour.
Christ. There's no
I was like,
compassion
shit, I
on
need
this
to take
writer
this
at
video
all.
down and remake it. I took it down and I re-rendered
A
it without
court-appointed
this clip
arbiter
that had this
ruled
song.
that the boy was the
It was
Dunbar's
me against
missing
some team
son,
that was sniping
rather
me. It was the
than
first clip, and there was 2
Anderson,
rogues.
as Anderson had no
And unless you understood that at the time, 2 rogues was actually a good comp in 3v3 with the healer, because they had so many smoke bombs and like was really fucking hard to win as a rogue, because they kill you and smoke bomb 4 fucking times in the game, you know?
Some as quote,
And then
sensational.
Do you know
Like, unless you got a full understanding of why it was cool,
and sentenced to
then
life in prison.
they purposely try to snipe you as a topic that's actually viable except
Walters'
for beating
verdict was overturned on an appeal, and
So
he
then
was
I took it
granted
out of
a
the
new
video,
trial
and I
on a
posted the video getting the
technicality.
video to 100 views
As
threw
for
it
the
away.
boy, he grew up and
And
lived as
then it
Bobby.
became my most popular video ever.
18, he fell in love
I
with a
think it's
girl
the most
named
viewed
Margaret from
PvP
Indiana.
video in WoW.
They married in 1935.
And the most viewed actual video in WoW of all videos is probably Leroy Jenkins, right? But for
Always
PvP at least.
believing he was Bobby Dunbar. But this story
Right on my
doesn't
channel.
end there. Skipping
Oh,
forward to
PewDiePie copyright strike me.
1999, Bobby Dunbar's granddaughter, Margaret Dunbar Cutright, began looking deeper into her family's history. Cutright had always been especially intrigued by the family legend of her grandfather's kidnapping.
You've never seen it?
And asked her grandmother.
It wouldn't be fun to watch now.
Story
It's kill all of them.
of
It's
her
pretty
childhood. It was then a story she told to her own children. A scrapbook with over 400 articles about the
didn't
Dunbar
strike
case
me.
was given to Cutright.
It's on
by her
Complexity Gaming's
father.
channel
She
'cause
writes of the
they bought me a
project,
plane
quote,
ticket.
The scrapbook was like a jigsaw
Whoa, a
puzzle
plane
without the
ticket!
picture on the box. And over the
You
next
trade a
few
5
months,
million view
I
video
lost
for a plane
myself in
ticket?
trying to
I
piece
would.
together. End quote. She was especially affected by an editorial cartoon from 1913.
When I was 19, I would.
50
Turns
years
out.
from now, in which a bearded old man sits in a chair with his grandson looking at newspapers from the Dunbar kidnapping trial and asks, quote, Grandpa, do you think we'll ever know for certain what our right name is?